Alrighty, so what we have here is a continuous hinge that was not installed correctly. Okay, so what happened is this was the original problem. It's hitting here, and then we have space at the bottom. So the door was they're both leaning in at the top. Well, a continuous hinge should fix that problem. However, the person that installed this one was not very intelligent and did not install it correctly. You can see this gap. Now see how we're hitting here? And then see how we have that gap? Whereas over here, it's behind the frame, okay? So I'm gonna get a couple pictures, just like so. And you can see all these. This is definitely a continuous hinge project because all of these hinge pockets are busted out. This door is just really, really in bad shape, but all we need to do is tip the door back. You can see actually how it actually lines up here, just like this. And then it goes down and it's misaligned down here, okay? So you can see it right there. And then right here. Big difference. Come on the outside, and again, you can see it's hitting right here. And then you can see that we definitely have some gap over there. So even though this is already installed, we still can fix this. We'll actually pull the frame side, pull that strip off, undo all the screws, put our airbags in, tip the door back, and then reseat it with new holes. I begin by peeling the hinge side of the frame side of the opening off, and just grab a screwdriver or pry bar, whatever works, and begin peeling it off. Then we use some construction shims along with some air wedges to pin the door in place. That's the way that I'm able to do it alone by myself. Here we have the door locked, and as you can see, somebody wants to come through the door, and that's just not happening right now, unfortunately for him. The reason that we lock the door in place is because if somebody was on the other side or I couldn't catch him in time, he could yank the door right off and it could injure him, me, or other bystanders. So make sure that you're paying attention to the area. Once the door is pinned in place with the air wedges and forced as far up and as far over towards the frame side of the opening as possible, I can then remove all of the self-tapping screws. When we take all of the self-tapping screws out, I'm going to have to move the hinge over about half a hole, maybe quarter of a hole. So that's not going to work very well. You can see right here, if I tried to drill that self-tapping screw, it would just automatically go back into the old hole, and we can't have that. So pretty much the only option that we have is to drill new holes in completely separate locations. So that means that I'm going to pick a totally and completely different start over fresh. Once we do this, we can then reinsert all of the self-tapping screws in their new location, and the door should swing just fine. This is your last chance Hail Mary on these, because like I said, trying to re-drill the through bolts will be practically impossible. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Enjoy.